Hello, you fabled followers out there. This is day 3 of Fable's log. Today was a relatively smooth day, had a few small bumps. It was overall an okay day. I had work at the jewelry store opening today at this 9 a.m. is when I have to be there. It was sort of smooth. A really slow day for the most part, but I'm pretty far ahead on my goals, so I wasn't worrying about it. There was a bit of drama going on with a coworker that was having relationship issues with her husband of I think they're going on 10 years, something like that. Not too sure, but yeah, we're just comforting her for like the first 10-15 minutes. Her mom and stepdad actually showed up. They helped out a lot with comforting her. And even with that, we still got the store open a little bit early. It's always a good day when you can open with 4 people in a jewelry store that small. Everything's lickety split. So yeah, work was relatively uneventful. After that, it was just slow. We called people for the diamond warranties and just little service stuff. I got a few repairs. It's always awesome. Let's see. And I work till 2 p.m. Nothing special about that, just your normal morning 5-hour shift. And I went over to the clothing store because I thought, hey, why not? There were some clearance shirts that I was wanting to look at. And of course, I'm not going to try on clothing while on the clock. And that's close. It's like a 5-minute drive from the jewelry store. So why not? Went in, tried on some of the clearance shirts that had been on clearance, and I was like, this is why these things are not getting sold. They fit so awkwardly. Normally I wear a medium on these, small was the right size, but there is so much extra gap in the arms. And it might have been the fact that I was still wearing dress slacks from jewelry store. But all of it just didn't look right. I might try again while I'm wearing some jeans. But you're not willing to buy a shirt that on clearance and your discount's only $2.50. It really just doesn't look right on you. So I decided I'd get some brownie points and spent like the next 30 minutes or so actually looking through other departments in the clothing store that I do not work in to expand my knowledge of the store, just in case people ask for something outside of my department. So I'm not just clueless and have to run and find someone else. No, like surprisingly, most of my coworkers didn't even notice I was there. Given it was just as slow there. Men's was in utter decay, unfortunately. Ran into my direct supervisor, which also happened to be the closing supervisor of the day. Went for the attaboy of, hey, I'm coming here in my off time to familiarize myself with the other parts of the store. Yay, brownie points. And around that time, found out all the guys were getting together at Malachi's place. I was like, hey, I'll be there in just a second, bros. get there to find Lucas, Malachi, and Michael just sitting there. Malachi watching Lucas and Michael play Magic. And Magic is a really popular card game if you know anything about card games. And I kind of just avoided it because Pokemon the card game is expensive enough in itself. I don't need to invest in another card game. So I'd really just kind of avoided it. But Michael had just got into it and he had quite a bit of spare cash to spend. And so he did. He bought quite a bit, enough to make about 5 or 6 decks. Continue to watch Lucas and Michael to play. They got Malachi in, and he started to remember because apparently he played way back in the day. And I was like, nope, I'm gonna be the anti-hipster and be the last one in our group to learn. Well, time passes by. We go to eat at Cece's, which I will now refer to as Greasy's, because, they really must have just had everybody who did not care about their jobs on the shift at the time, because all the pizza was so greasy. It was so bad. It was so bad. So yeah, now it's Greasy's. We sat there. I special ordered a thin crust pizza with cheddar cheese, bacon, and chicken. You really don't think it'd be that much grease. But they brought it over, and it was bad enough that you could tilt a slice of pizza and grease would drip off. It was pretty darn bad. Nevertheless, I only made it like halfway through the pizza. Mainly for my own health. Hopefully all my arteries don't clog. I can feel my sinuses clogging up. Cece's. Went back to Malachi's place. And right around this time, Ben had gotten off work. It was 9:30. And he shows up. They end up persuading him to learn to play. So I was like, okay, now that everyone else in our friend group wants to learn, I'll join too. Because I wanted to be the anti-hipster. And so I was. And it's a really interesting game. The base rules are not that complicated, surprisingly. Now, some of the special effects of the cards, yeah, they get up there in the complexity. And we're not quite sure what to do with a couple of them. But we figured it out. Turned out to be pretty fun. Pretty fun. I'm probably going to continue playing. Not sure about actually investing into cards of my own, but it's fun. We really played just a couple more games, and at this point, it's around midnight. The fact that Lucas had left for his work, Michael had left to go home, Malachi had work in about 4 hours. Yeah, it was time to end the night. So I drove home. Gave my mom a recap of the day. And here I am. 1:30 a.m. in the morning. It was a good day. Good day. No personal drama on my home front. But then again, also still no women in my life. But, it'll come with time. I'll find someone new. Yeah. Can't rush those kinds of things because then you end up settling for someone who's just not right for you. And I think that ends today's Fabled log. If any of you Fabled followers are liking things so far, you always feel free to subscribe, like, do all that fun jazz. Let me think. If you got a couple of really greasy pizzas, what would you do with them besides throw them at each other and return them? Get creative. Leave comments down below. And have a great night, Fable followers.